Episode 12 of Only Friends begins in the pool with Boeing saying he still loves Sand. Ray asks Sand if he loves Boeing too and makes the two kiss since Sand is unsure. Sand is stiff with Boeing but kisses Ray enthusiastically as he asks if Sand loves him too. To break the stalemate, Ray and Boeing start making out. Frustrated with their mind games, Sand says they can do what they like and leaves. Does Sand choose Boeing or Ray? Ray follows Sand out and points out that he doesn't like being strung along and felt secondary on seeing Sand and Boeing kiss. Ray gives an ultimatum for Sand to choose one boy, either Ray or Boeing. In class, Mew takes Ray and Chum's advice on whether he should move in with Top. Ray groans and Mew says he should get along with Top. But Chum points out that there is bad blood with Sand. Ray agrees that if Top apologizes to Sand, he will be agreeable. However, he doesn't think he and Sand will last due to Boeing. On hearing his name, Mew tells them about Boeing messing with him. For the community service, the kids don't listen to Ray and miss Sand. Ray is about to tell them that he won't come, but at that moment, Sand appears. He teaches them that if they hurt a friend they should apologize, and he apologizes to Ray. Ray jokes that there should also be a punishment, and all of them start tickling Sand. After class, Sand confesses that while he has chosen Ray, he still hasn't clearly cut ties with Boeing as it is hard for him to do it to his first love. Ray tells him about Mew and how Boeing doesn't feel the same way and may have only turned his attention to Sand after being rejected by Top. At the bar, Boeing gets concert tickets for Sand and offers to go with him, but Ray interrupts. Mew also shows up and they gang up and make Boeing leave as his mind games have been exposed. He tries to insult Sand on his way out, but Sand doesn't care. Does Mew move in with Top? Top keeps pestering Mew to move in, promising to take care of him or back off whenever he wants. Mew gives in, but with the condition that he apologize to Sand. On the day of moving in, he again tells Top to sort it out with Ray and Sand as they are in his circle. Turns out, Ray has been invited to help and he compliments Top's interior decoration. They have their little threatening speech of how the other should not mess with Mew, but go back to talk about Top's suite while Mew smiles. Later, Top gives Mew a ring as a moving-in gift. But they draw boundaries and make a list of rules for being roommates. What goes wrong between Nick and Boston? Boston takes Nick on a rollerblading date and keeps pampering him. Nick is pleasantly surprised and wonders if he should go to NYC too for animation. Boston does warn him that he is not the planning type of person and to go to NYC only if Nick wants to. For their next date, they go dancing with Boston, indulging him with PDA. He also promises a New Year's countdown kiss and kisses him publicly, much to Nick's delight. Boston goes to get them a drink and runs into Boeing, who is sulking. They bond over their choice of drinks and agree to a quickie in the bathroom. As they make out, Nick spots them. He is smoking alone when Boston joins him. Nick calls him out, and to Boston's credit, he doesn't lie. But Boston says since they don't have much time together, Nick should just accept him for who he is. At home, Nick is upset but thinks Boston is being fair. He has honestly revealed how much he can give Nick. But Sand tells him to love himself. During the New Year's party, Nick shows up but is reserved. In the end, Boston gifts him the first portrait he took of him. Nick smiles but returns it, saying he cannot take up Boston's offer of being a casual boyfriend. Boston promises never to kiss anyone else, but Nick says it is time he loved himself first and leaves. Does Mew forgive Boston? After class, Chum, Ray and Mew spot Boston, who is officially dropping out of the project. Chum apologizes for hitting him and he apologizes for sleeping with Adam. She offers to let him rejoin but he refuses, saying he doesn't need the certificate but their friendship back. It is New Year's Eve and Chum and April hold a party at the hostel. Chum even invites Boston, who apologizes to Ray, Sand and Mew. He explains that he let his desires get in the way of his friendship, and it wasn't because he hated Mew. He hopes for a fresh start in NYC and Mew says he should change within too. He hugs Boston as he says he will forgive but not forget. Chum is happy her plan to reconcile the guys worked. However, that doesn't seem to be the case, as later, Boston asks to hang out again next NYE, but Mew refuses. He says they are not friends, and he only agreed to be civil for Chum's sake. What happens on New Year's? After the apology, the tension is gone, but Boston is still awkward as they all play truth and dare. Mew dares Sand to kiss Top, and at that moment Top apologizes for stealing his boyfriend. Sand shuts him up by kissing him, and everyone laughs. Are the writers trying to get all the guys to make out with each other in the finale? We're not complaining, though. Amidst the chaos, Boston texts Nick, who finally shows up. The boys drive around the city to watch the fireworks while Chum and April play in the hostel pool. As they wait for the fireworks, the boys start making New Year's resolutions. They tease each other and banter till the countdown begins. At midnight, Top, Mew, and Sandray kiss. Boston remembers Nick's wish, but when he turns to him, Nick rejects the kiss. Mew breaks up with Boston and leaves with Top. Boston goes searching for Nick, who has wandered off. Left alone, Sand and Ray listen to music as they walk and dance around. At home, Mew asks if he is mean for not giving Boston a chance. Top says it is his life and he has the right to choose. But he thanks Mew for choosing him, and they have sex. Mew later teases that Top is not that good in bed, and they play around till the fire alarm goes off. They rush to the exit and Top takes control of the situation, but he is troubled as he recalls his memory of being alone in a burning room. He thanks Mew for keeping him grounded, and they hug. Meanwhile, Ray tells Sand to resume selling booze and that it is not fair of him to stop him just because of his weaknesses. In fact, he will be his investor once Ray gets the liquor license. Sand gives in and they rename the brand to Sandray. They agree to save up and attend music festivals. Ray thanks Sand for giving him a clear goal and they kiss. How does Only Friends end? In the epilogue of Only Friends episode 12, it is February 2024. Yo and Plug are the first visitors at the hostel. Sand realizes he didn't help with the hostel, but Ray jokes that he is the owner's emotional support. Boston is not present, but he sends the group photo they took on the first day. The first guest arrives, cameo by Mix Sophap, and says he is alone, to which Ray says they can be his friends. The guest looks at Mew and smiles while Top looks insecure. The episode review: the pool scene is so hilarious in Only Friends episode 12. Pretty sure half the viewers had predicted how it would go. Sand feels like he is third-wheeling whatever testosterone-filled jerk-off Boeing and Ray are having. Poor guy just wants to go home while the two project their feelings and insecurities on him. Hey, at least Ray got his wish to have a threesome sort of fulfilled. But he is dead wrong in saying he felt secondary when he saw Boeing and Sand kissed. Sand was all over Ray, while the kiss with Boeing had as much spark as two dead fish kissing. And why are the writers making Boston's redemption arc so hasty and last minute? Why couldn't they spend as much time as they did in making Top a green flag? Who knew we would go from hating Top to loving him by the finale? But the same cannot be said for Boston. While he is definitely still a favorite, his character graph feels incomplete, as if there is more to come with the season 2. At least Nick called him out for messing up and dumped Boston right when he fell for Nick. The drama was sorely missing some satisfying vengeance, and Nick finally got it. It is also pretty realistic with the way Mew handles Boston, so, well, win-lose.